Srimad Bhagavatam. This chapter is called Divinity and Divine Services. So we will now continue from verse 14 onwards. This particular chapter is all about divinity and divine services. So how are we supposed to do service to God? Which means there is seva bhavana. How do you see God? How do you see Krishna? So this is a scripture which talks about the avatars of Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam. So there were various avatars which he had taken, and the way in which this has to be explained is exactly the way how Mahabharata was also explained. Okay, so there are people who are talking about it and somebody is listening to it, and that is how it is getting going ahead. Alright, so now let us continue with the next verse. We are doing Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1, Chapter 2, verse 14. Therefore, with one pointed attention, one should constantly hear about, glorify, remember and worship Sri Krishna, who is the protector of all devotees. So here what is being mentioned is you not only have to hear, that is called Shravan. Shravan means hearing. Are you hearing a satsang just now about Sri Krishna? Yes, so you are hearing the words. The next one is to glorify. See, when glorification happens, it is going to give you a lot of positive benefits. Have you noticed that when you talk to your children and you say, oh, you have done very nicely, you have drawn this very nicely, okay, this painting is very good, or you have brought good rank in school, you are doing really well, you have won the race, you have won a gold medal. Are we praising the children? So when we praise the children, do the children feel happy about it? Yeah. And do you also feel happy about it? Because see, your child has won. So naturally, you also have the same feeling of glorification. So you feel nice about it. So here, the verse says that you have to glorify God. Glorify Sri Krishna. How does a person glorify? Singing, writing, saying. You see, there are these other ways in which you can do it. When you write about Sri Krishna, when you sing about him, when you do dances for him, okay, are we glorifying? Have you noticed that in Bharatnatyam and all these South Indian dances, there are certain mudras they will take, like these. They will do that kind of a thing. They will do like this and all that. Have you noticed it? What exactly are they doing? It is enacting a particular way of glorifying God. Alright? It means very simply when I do the namaskar, when I am doing the namaskar, say they'll do like this and then they will, it's a mudra, it's a way of doing certain things. So that is nothing but glorification. When we touch the feet of our elders, have you noticed? When we touch the feet of our elders and we take ashirvad from them, are we not doing the same thing? So glorification is a very important way in which you can reach Sri Krishna. So always remember, you have to sing, you have to write, you have to say the words, you have to dance, you have to act, and you have to show Krishna how much you love him. So you will find that, let us say you are doing your work somewhere. Maybe you are working in the kitchen. Can you just put on some Krishna bhajans? Just put them on and see for yourself. Your work becomes so simple and easy. You don't have to stress yourself out. You will find that there's a very smooth flow because you're taking the name of Sri Krishna. So always remember to glorify him. Remember him constantly. See, whenever you get up also, the first thought should be Sri Krishna. When you are going to sleep also, the thought should be Sri Krishna. Normally when I meet people, I mean, we have been doing this, or if I'm going for somebody's wedding or something like that, I will always give them with a small Sri Krishna. The reason is that because they keep it near their bedstead. So when they get up, the first thing they will see is Sri Krishna over there. See, your thought always has to link up to him. Everything that is happening around your world, you should link up to Sri Krishna. See, when a child is very small, have you noticed how the mothers say, okay, I'm making this mudi of rice and I'm feeding Krishna. Have you done that or no? I mean, those who are mothers, they will definitely do this. They will take one rice, little ball of rice, and then they will give that to the child and they will say, see, my Krishna is eating it. See, this is the way of just expressing yourself. So expression is a must. So what you got to do is, you have to remember him constantly. It is not that people have this habit of remembering only when there is something which is called some problem or some crisis comes in life. That time only we remember God, isn't it? No, why do you have to do that? Remember him at all times. You don't have to bother your head about it. Just remember him. That's it. That is how you have to do. And worship the personality of Godhead. The worship means you can do a very simple worship. See, worship simply translates into you can even take one diya or one agarbatti or one kind of a, you get those small candles also. In this world today, there are some places you won't even get those diyas and batis and all. What do? You take those candles and you show it to God. Nowadays, we have difficulty. See, those who are staying abroad, they may not find those diyas. So what to do? Those candles are there. You can do that. In some countries, these agarbattis are banned. I don't know how many of you know. Again, agarbattis are banned because it gives off smoke. So there are smokeless agarbattis. The camphor is shown. Lights are shown. This is called worshipping. You can even use water. Water for worshipping. Anything for that matter. For the worship of Shiva, you can use even ash. You will find that most of the temples, they use chandan. Chandan which is there. Sandalwood paste. They apply to the god. That kind of worship is also allowed. So, he is the protector of all devotees. We do the next verse now. With sword in hand, intelligent men cut through the binding knots of reactionary work by remembering the personality of Godhead, that is Sri Krishna. Therefore, who will not pay attention to his message? See, when they are saying sword in hand, today we can't have a sword in hand. It is called the sword of discrimination. The word discrimination in spirituality means you have to see God in everything. Alright? Not just one place. People normally think, okay, I have this Devghar. I have a place where I pray to God. God is over there. No. It means God has to be seen in everything. Discriminate that there is God everywhere. Everywhere there is God. And he is real. That is discrimination. Rest, all the material worldly things are unreal. That is whatever tangible things that you see. Everything that is tangible in the world of Prakriti is unreal. This is how you have to visualize it. Okay? So he says, with the sword of discrimination, that is sword in hand, intelligent men cut through the binding knots of Reactionary work. What is reactionary work? See, there is something which I was explaining just before we started. The concept of sin is not at all so predominant in this religion. We say whatever you do transforms itself into karma. And the debt is the karma. Like you have to repay that karmic debt. So if I take 100 rupees from you, you have to give me that 100 rupees back. This is the way in which you have to understand. So what you give, you have to take it back. It is what you sow, you reap. That is how it works. So every action, reactionary work. Reaction means action, reaction. So whatever is the action, there is going to be a reaction to that. Suppose if I have to do something to somebody, that person has to return it back to me somehow. And if he doesn't return in this life, then I have to come back again to get my repayment, and that person has to come back again so that he repays me. Don't you know this? This is the law of karma. So he says, when you discriminate, intelligent men and women also, of course, you will understand how to remove this karma. See, karma is a debt with somebody. Even your children, even your spouse, you have a debt with those people. The debt has to be repaid. It is not just money. It could be an action also. Whatever action that you do. Now, you may say the action means physical work. Physically something is happening. Not necessarily. The action can happen in thoughts, words and deeds. You see, deeds you know. If I take 100 rupees from you, it's a deed. It's an action. Right? Something is transacted. Now, instead of that, I say that I give bad words to someone. Suppose I say, you are a very bad person. Or I give them, all the bad words possible. That means if I have given this person bad words, is it important that he has to return them back to me? Yes. Because the bad words are going to hurt someone or no? See, when you call your son or some child, you are a stupid or you are a dunce or something like that, are you saying something bad to that child? You may not have hit the child. You may be saying words which are going to hurt someone. Even in marriage also, suppose the husband and wife have an argument or they have some fight going on, and the husband says something to the wife and the wife says something to the husband. They have physically not said anything, but just some words. Can they create a problem in that person's life? Yes. Suppose you look at your spouse and say, you are so ugly, you are so dirty. Is it creating problem or no? Yes, of course. Now, just say, if you say to someone, oh, you have started looking old now. Your pictures are very young. The picture which you posted on the social media looks very young and now you are looking old. Does it hurt that person? Yes, it hurts that person. It translates into karma. So words also get translated into karma. That person has to give it back to you. Can they give it back to you in this life? Maybe they will not. See, at the time of a divorce case and all that, both the parties are going to give bad words to each other. Yes or no? And after that, they don't meet at all. They don't come together at all. The husband moves somewhere, the wife moves somewhere. Has that thing been returned to each other? No. Those bad words have not yet been returned. So naturally, it becomes a karmic debt, which needs for repayment. So words also constitute karma. Now, the third one is very, very important. The thoughts. The thoughts constitute karma is the moment you are thinking about something. Oh, this meal is so bad, They don't know how to serve. In your mind, you are thinking. You are looking at your sister-in-law and saying, how ugly she looks. She thinks she is some great queen or something like that. Or you are looking at your colleague and saying, look at him. He's pandering to the boss, Do you understand? They must be having an affair or something like that. Your thoughts are going on. Those thoughts constitute action. People don't understand this. You will be in that position someday then. And you will have to pay them back. So repayment is a part and parcel of our spiritual world. So always remember, reactionary work, karma can be anything. Thoughts, words and deeds. All the three things are there. So don't just think that action is the only thing. No. Even thoughts, words and deeds. You may not even participate in an action over there. I want you to think you are not participating in an action. Let us say you are going down the road. You see an accident. A man is lying over there, bleeding away. You are driving from there. You look at that man. Poor fellow, he's lying on the floor over there. And you are not doing anything about it and you are just walking away from there. Does it constitute action? And this action is going to be coming back to bite you. So when you do discrimination, you will be able to cut through these actions which happen. That is the reason why the scriptures are very, very important. The Guru teaches you how to cut with the sword of discrimination. He teaches you all this. By remembering Sri Krishna. When you do the action by remembering Sri Krishna, all these actions are going to get nullified. So, therefore, why are you not paying attention to these? Got it? You have to listen to these words, no? Because do you want to be in debt with that person? No. That's a person you may not even know from Adam. He may be just somebody on the roadside. Somebody comes and sits next to you on the flight and that fellow is doing like this. He is doing, pushing his hands like this all the time. Have you not noticed? There are lots of people who do that. They may be fat or they may be pushing you like this. Are you irritated? You may not open your mouth and say. You may not tell the air hostess also. And the air hostess may not do anything. And are you going to get upset or no? For 2 hours, 3 hours of the flight, you are so upset about it. Oh, this fellow doesn't know to sit. And you might have told him once, just put your hand on that side. That fellow will still do like this. They call it mansplaining or something like that. They spread their legs and they sit. So these kind of things are going to irritate you. That gets converted into karma. The karmic action you will have to do. Got it? Some life of yours, you will have to be spreading your legs also like this and sitting. Okay, tell me what I'm going to do. And then that fellow is going to get upset. And that is the reason why you have to be very careful how you live in this world. O twice born sages, by serving those gurus, the devotees who are completely free from all vices, great service is done. By such service, one gains affinity or hearing the messages of Sri Krishna, Vasudeva. Now here what is he saying? Sages. Who are the sages? People who are listening. Sutta Goswami is saying, isn't it? Do you remember this book? It started with that. Sutta Goswami is saying. And the people sitting in front of him are the sages. Because they are listening to the words. They have asked him for the stories. So he says sages. And the person who is saying these things is called the Guru. Okay. So, O twice born sages, by serving these devotees, the devotee of Sri Krishna. There are so many devotees of Sri Krishna. Mirabai is one of them. You have heard of her, correct? You have heard of Tukaram Maharaj, Sant Jnaneshwar, Eknath Maharaj. So many people are there. Have you heard of Purandar Das, Kanak Dasa? So many, no? Ramakrishna Paramahansa. You think they are not devotees of Sri Krishna? They are all. And all these devotees of Sri Krishna are the masters. They are the gurus. Have they written scriptures? Have they sung songs to God? Yeah. So these are called gurus or sages who have taught the world something. So you have to serve the gurus who are completely free from all vices. They are not having any vice as such. They are not drunkards. Okay, they don't do drugs. They don't involve themselves in anything. They live a very simple life. These people, they just eat, sleep, take the name of God, that's it. How would Ramakrishna Paramahansa live in this world? Full day he would be just thinking of God. Somebody comes, he will give stories of God. What food would he eat? What was offered over there? Somebody will offer him something. Sometimes he will eat fish. Bengali is, no, naturally. So they will eat fish. Sometimes he will eat something which is offered to him. So it is not necessary that he has to be bothered about what he is eating. So they don't have any vices. Okay. Sometimes people ask me, oh, but he was taking snuff. Or Sai Baba would take his pipe. They are not doing it. What they do is, I don't know how many of you actually know this. They will take that gudgudi or pipe. They will take one like that and they will give it to someone. And then someone else. Then someone else. And when the whole thing comes back, he will take one. He is actually removing the karma of all these people. Somebody asked me a question. Guruji, after you gave this mantra, there is a lot of problem and upheaval in my life. I did not say much, but the person said, all those hidden monsters are coming out. Things which are going to be affecting you, they all come out. They are getting cleaned from inside. Your innermost being gets cleaned, and you have to know this. When you do the mantra jap or when you are doing this pranayama or yogasana, whatever your Guruji has taught you, it is just cleaning you. And it is going to be difficult, of course. You think cleaning is easy? Have you taken prill and cleaned your vessels? If it is stuck for a very long time, how difficult it is? So if you are stuck with some kind of this kind of ailment, it's going to be extremely difficult for you. So naturally it has to come out. So all these mantras and all these yogas and pranayama and this and that, whatever your guru has taught you is going to be a little tad difficult. So these people, they are completely free from vices. Who? The gurus. Great service is done if you serve them. Serving the masters, serving them is the greatest service you can do to them. By this service, when you do the service to your guru, your master, what happens? Sri Krishna will be there in your life. You get immediate attraction for Sri Krishna. Because he is representing Krishna over there. So I hope you understood this. And you will develop the closeness with Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna, who is the Paramatma or the Super Soul, is in everyone's heart and the benefactor of the truthful devotee. cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear the message, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. See, here there is a beautiful line. Now what happens is, Sri Krishna is in everybody's heart. Okay? Think about what is happening. When you are with your guru, your master, he is the one who is going to open the doorway to your heart. Alright? What he does is, he does that cleaning job. He is like a laundry service. Okay? You are wearing dirty clothes. So when you go to your guru, you are giving your dirty clothes to the laundry service. So he is going to clean them. And he is going to give them back to you. So basically, he is a cleaning service department. And because of that, you are going to get benefited. Now, what are these contaminations on the body? Everybody has contamination on the body. What is it that is contaminating you? The thing that contaminates you are called desires. The desires, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to own a house, I want to get married, I want to have children, I want to have money. Everything that you want and desire. These are good wants actually, and there are the bad ones also. I wish that other person goes to hell. You have these wants also, no? No. That person should suffer so badly. He should get roasted in this world. He should fall down. He should break his bones. I wish somebody does something to him. All these thoughts are going on. Those are bad thoughts. Those are desires of yours. Why are you saying something bad to others? And even to your own self, I want this, I want that, I want to go to England, I want to go to America, I want to go to Australia, I want to go to New Zealand. What is this? What is this I want, I want? The desires of yours. Oh, I have not bought sari for the whole year. Now Diwali is coming, I want one sari. Okay, Lakshmi Pujan is coming. And rates of gold are low. We should go and buy gold. Have you heard people say this or no? It's so common. Here in India at least, I don't know abroad. But this is the way how people are. They love to go and buy gold, jewelry. By the way, they are not even going to touch it. You have got gold in your marriage, let us say. Okay? Maybe it is 20 grams, 50 grams or whatever of gold. And now you have been married for say 15 years. How many times have you worn those gold jewelry and the ornaments? 1, 2, 3, only 4 times I wore. 4 times you wore? What is the cost of gold today? 80,000 rupees or something. Okay, I'm just saying. I have got, 50 tolas. That is 4 lakh rupees worth of gold plus making charges. 5 lakh rupees worth of. 5 lakh I have put in the cupboard and I have not even opened it. 15 years of my living with this person, I have only worn it twice or thrice. For what? 15 minutes, half an hour, 1 day, half day? What is the value you have for that gold? Nothing. Same thing. People, these are my wedding saris. I have seen people say this to me also. Remember, I was in the fashion industry. These are my wedding saris. This one, the red one, the green one, this is gachola, this is that. They will show all the fancy stuff over there. How many times have you worn them? I don't remember. Each sari is how much worth? Yeah, that's very costly. All these saris must have cost about 2 lakhs or 3 lakh rupees. And you have not even worn them. You're lying in the folds. What is the point? You should not do that. So these kind of desires come up in human beings which are so useless. You will buy a Mercedes Benz or a BMW, you won't even take it out. You know, bad roads in Bangalore, potholed roads, where I will take out. One tire goes means I have to pay so much money. Okay, one service is going to cost me so much. You are not even going to take it out because it's so painful. So what is the point in having those desires? Have you noticed there are people who take membership of clubs? You know, club membership, they pay a lot of money to get the membership. Ask them, how many years do you have the membership? Oh, last 25 years I have a membership. How many times have you used it? Must have gone some 8-10 times. 25 years you have gone 8 and 10 times. Why are you taking that membership? For what reason? People have no answers. People just keep things around for no rhyme or reason. So relieve these desires. So what does the Guru do? He removes these desires from your body. Check, 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 check. Why do you need that? Useless this is. Don't gather it so much. Why do you need a house? You are paying 2 crores, 3 crores for one stupid house of yours. Okay, I want you to think just now. 3 crores you have paid for a beautiful 4 BHK in some area in Bangalore. How many years have you stayed there? 2 years. After that, you are giving it out on rent. 30,000, 50,000 rent you are getting. For what purpose? So always remember this. You should not get into any of these things. Now I want you to think about it. You have paid 3 crores. Okay. You are charging 50,000 rent. I want you to think you are going to pay 50,000 rent in a place. In one place you are paying 50,000 rent. How much have you paid per annum? 6 lakhs. Okay. Calculate for the next 30 years. Tomorrow the rate will be 1 lakh. After that it will be 1.5 lakhs. You know you will still not reach 3 crores. But are you having that money in hand first only? When you are paying 50,000, you are paying EMI of 1.5 lakhs or 2 lakhs. Suppose you remove 50,000 and you pay rentals and 1.5 lakh rupees, you put it in one SIP. You know what an SIP is, no? It's an investment plan, systematic investment plan. So you put in SIP. Do you think you will have in 10 years crores of rupees or no? More than 3 crores you will have by the end of say 20 years or 15 years. What kind of a stupid person are you? Why are you buying a house when you can save the same money and make double, triple or 10 times that amount by just putting it in SIP? But this desire of yours is always there. I want a house. I want gold. I want jewelry. So this is what? He removes this desire. First he will tell you, you are stupid when you are having these desires. Understood? These material enjoyments are of no use. And what will happen to you? You will want to hear the name of God. So this is the way in which a person becomes virtuous. When he hears the name of God, his mind is not going to go towards buying those nonsensical stuff. Okay? On the contrary, he is going to put his mind in God's work only. And when he does God's work, he is going to be closer to Krishna. So this is the way how a person becomes closer to Krishna by the grace of their spiritual master. So we have come to the end of verse 17. we will stop over here.
Recording stopped.